Okay, once again, I am on the way to the hotel now. I'd like to thank Mohawk for helping me to get to the rest of Podfest. I mean, boy, I tell you, this inflation is really something, and it's always hard when you have to ask for help. It's always hard, and then there's also rules against asking for help, even if it's well meaning, and I mean, sometimes surprises, and even when you're not surprises, it does add up because the hotel required $100 deposit, but could have went to more lift and a couple of food, and then the pizza yesterday that I had after selling two F caps was almost the whole thing, and I only have $9 left because I wanted to get the pizza driver a tip for delivering the pizza last night, and everything is expensive. The delivery fee got me, and then also the sales tax got me. So it's almost like the port tax, like what Mohawk was talking about, and it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous to the fact that you know, well intentioned, and I'm commuting from a different hotel to another hotel, and it's ridiculous. It's really ridiculous. It's something has to give. Something has to give where you're not going to be afraid to be asking group for help. Because I remember when HelloFresh was at it. I know they probably might be a sponsor or somebody telling them sponsor, but then I went to tell about Live Good. But last year was HelloFresh. Go figure. I don't know. I don't know. But I just thank God for people that do help out and are they scared to help out. See, there are solutions to problems. And when you don't have solutions to problems and nothing can get help, then it's to the point where I don't know what's left there to do. But you got to be able to get around certain things. I mean, even trying to get to the rest of the days of a place that you love to go to and the conferences that you love to go to. I like going to both Podfest and Podcast Movement. And when it's something like a deposit that's holding you hostage because they got to hold the money, make sure the room is kept in, when nothing missing and stuff like that, it's hard because what if you want to see something? What if you want to see the trash or what if you want to support it? My hotel is right step next to a Pizza Hut, right next to a Pizza Hut, and I couldn't go there every day, right next to it. Yeah, so. And I even could have gone to a Econo Lodge, which is like was blatantly almost like next door, like literally right next door. But you know, it's a crazy world, and there's got to be something. But I had an idea that I would like to pass on to Podfest or anybody that even though that people that not sponsored the event and have another way where people won't have to be afraid and still follow the rules of no selling. Why not, or no selling or no asking for help? Why not have a purchase license where you could purchase a license where it could guarantee you the right to not only advertise what you want, even though you're not a sponsor, because sometimes sponsorships are high. I've seen it, because my goal is to sponsor both Podfest and Podcast Movement. That's one of my biggest goals. But I got to work in it, and it's not going to take overnight. But it's hard. It's hard. It's really hard. So my idea is for those that wasn't able to sponsor right off the bat, for those that wasn't able to get a booth at any of the exhibit hall, let's go for both Podfest and Podcast Movement. Why not have a license fee? Okay. Why not give access to a license fee that people pay in advance? And then as soon as they see a license, then they could be able to sell. Then they could be able to ask for help if they need the help. That's my idea to a solution to a problem. Because this is a rough time for what we're going through, not just as the nation, but as the world. And then we're already talking about, Congress has already talked about raising the debt limit or not raising the debt limit, and then talking about some default in June. This is serious stuff here. We must work together. We must work together because real people need real help. Real people really need real help. I love podfest. I love podcast movement. And I'll keep going until the day that I pass away. I'll keep going to them. So, but hear me out. The licensing fees is a good idea. They had a creative pass, lunch pass, and that's a good idea. But why not create a licensing fee so you can sell and also ask for help, and then that's still be in compliance with any rules and regulations. That's my idea. Because if they see that badge, and if they see that somebody paid for the license, that would be a great idea. So, just my idea, just a suggestion. I'm Prince DJ, and I could do this because it's my show. For any information, go to escapetobigdcountry.com, escapetobigdcountry.com, livegoodtour.com, livegoodtour.com. Also, if you want to come to these great conventions and podcast movement and podfest, podfest is podfest.com, or look for Podfest Global Expo. Podfest Global Expo. Keyword it into Google, and you'll be able to find it. Also, Podfest, podcastmovement.com, podcastmovement.com. They have evolutions during March the 7th to the 10th. And also, they are having it in Denver, Colorado during the last week of August in Denver, Colorado. So, I'm Paris DJ. This was part 2, and it is a beautiful day out here. It is a beautiful day. A little breezy, but it is a beautiful day out here in Florida. On the way to back to the Renaissance here. So, all right, this is Prince DJ. We are out, and the licensing fees, y'all. Licensing fee. That'll help get around the rules. The licensing fee. Licenses.